Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal, I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's two ways you can give me your answers. Number one, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number two, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 142, and I am so glad you are listening today because I'm talking about a quote that I saw on my social feed that literally stopped me in my tracks. And I have to share it with you because I think it's going to stop you in your tracks too and make you think hard about your life and business. So if you're new here, welcome. You've come on a deep day here with some deep thoughts. Oh my gosh, if you're just starting a business, maybe you're even just in the idea stage, you are in the right place. This podcast was made just for you to help you start pursuing your dream and start doing things effectively and start getting the confidence to actually make it happen. So if you're new, you need to get plugged in really quick. The first thing is I have a Facebook group for you. Yes, it's a free private Facebook group called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. So make sure you click the link below and you'll answer the questions to get in. Now, let me tell you something. I have 205 people as of today that have clicked the link to get in the group and they have not answered the questions. So make sure you answer them because I want you to get in ASAP so you can start feeling supported and have community as you start and build this business of yours. And also make sure you hit subscribe right now on this podcast, whether you're in Apple Podcasts, whatever player you're in, make sure you hit subscribe, follow, whatever it is so that you get notified each time I drop new episodes because I don't want you to miss out on any of the strategies and tips that are going to help you along this journey. And two, I have some free goodies for you, like a 16-step checklist to help you get your business started and a business Ikigai guide. I know you're wondering what that means, but it's to help you find your business purpose and figure out your business idea. So anyways, if you're new, you got a lot of stuff in your goodie bag and you need to scroll down right now, get in the Facebook group, subscribe to the podcast and get any of the free goodies that you'd like. And if you've been listening, well, oh my goodness, y'all are amazing. Thank you so much for the awesome reviews and thank yous and DMs and emails and all that good stuff. I wanted to read a review real quick and give a shout out to VTina165. Thank you so much for this review. She titled it super helpful, encouraging, informative, and inspiring. She said, I'm working on fitting some coaching from you into my budget and absolutely love what you offer here. Thank you so much. This podcast is exactly what the name says it is. It provides an accessible framework, steps, and mindset for starting a business. Thank you so much, VTina165, for leaving this very kind review. And I'm so glad that you find it helpful, encouraging, informative, and inspiring. That's exactly what I set out to do. So thank you so much. If you have been listening a while and you have never taken the time to write a quick review, that would be a huge favor you could do for me. All you have to do is hit 5 stars. Like if you're in Apple Podcasts or any of the players, hit 5 stars. And if you have 30 seconds, like VTina165, you could leave a quick review and it just warms my heart. And it really helps Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all the players to know that this is a valuable podcast. So that's it. On to the episode. Well, hello, everyone. How are you? How is your business? I ask this every time because I must know. I'm nosy and I'm excited about your business. Oh my gosh. So many of you, I just want to tell you, are so courageous doing this. This is scary, starting a business. It's scary. Putting yourself out there, doing what you love, trying to make money doing it. It's scary. It's hard. It's fun. It's exhilarating. It's amazing. And I'm so proud of all of you so much, so much. I just have to tell you that because I read all the posts in the Facebook group and I get to keep updated on what you're doing. And it's just so much fun. So today, this is an interesting episode. And I feel like I've been saying that a lot lately. Have y'all noticed that the past couple of episodes? I've been like, this is an interesting episode because I keep finding that there's these other angles or things that I want to share with you that don't go along the same template, if you will, of how I normally do the podcast episodes, right? I just have these thoughts, these feelings that I feel called to share with you. And so that's why I say this is an interesting episode. This one's different. And I just have to share it with you because here's the funny thing. So yesterday in my mind, so I kind of plan my podcast episodes ahead of time in my mind. Okay. And so I kind of think about them for a few days and I'm like, okay, what could I say? And then as you all know, I sit down and write out the 3 points or whatever I'm going to say. And then I just turn the microphone on. Well, I had already planned what I was going to record today and sit down. Last night, I was on, I think it was Facebook. I don't go on Instagram a ton, but it was on Facebook. And there was a quote that went by me and it stopped me clear in my tracks. I sat there staring at my laptop going, this is one of the most profound things I've read in a while. Now, I've built this up and now when you're going to hear this, you're going to be like, what? That's not that great. Is that what's going to happen? That is, you know how people do that? They build stuff up and then when you actually have it, it's like when they tell you to go eat at a restaurant and you're like, they're like, oh my gosh, get the whatever margarita or get the whatever platter and you get it and you're like, okay, it was good. It was not good. That's probably what I've done with this episode. But I just had to share this. You know why? Because I feel close to y'all in this virtual way. I really do. Because you tell me you listen to this podcast and it helps you and you tell me all the funny times that y'all listen to it, whether it be, I have people telling me they get ready for work in the morning. I have people tell me that they're showering, that they're driving their kids to school, that they're on a walk, that they're cleaning the house. I mean, it's just funny things. So I feel close to you in this virtual world way that we live in now. And it feels personal to me. And I hope it feels personal to you too. And that's why I want to share this quote. So everyone, quiet the noise around you. Okay, go in another room. And I really want you to think about this and your reaction when you hear it. Okay, so here is the quote. And I'll probably share it on Instagram or something this week when I release this episode because I think it's super poignant. It stopped me for whatever reason. You know how that is? When quotes stop you and things, you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about it that way. So here we go. Here's what it says. And I'm going to talk to you about it on a personal level and then also on how it applies to your business. Okay, here it is. The work we do on ourselves becomes our gift to everyone else. The work we do on ourselves becomes our gift to everyone else. Now, in the quote here, it says it's from Raising Your Frequency. So I didn't want to go without quoting someone particularly. It didn't have a name. It just said Raising Your Frequency. It must have been like the Facebook page that showed it. But I want you to think about that for a minute. The work we do on ourselves becomes our gift to everyone else. And I'm sure when you read this first, sometimes you think of other people, which is weird. Like, even though it says it's about ourselves, you can immediately think, did you do this? Think of people in your life that you wish would do work on themselves so that life was better for them and maybe your relationship with them. Do y'all wish that? Do you have people in your life that you wish for whatever reason it may be that they aren't working on themselves? Maybe they're not working on their relationships with someone in their lives, or some type of addiction that they have, or some type of problem that they have. It's sad because we can easily see it in other people, right? And we wish that they would work on themselves because it would enable us to be closer to them. I think that's the real root of why we think that, is because we adore them, we love them, we care about them, we want the best for them. But when we can see from afar that they're not working on themselves, and maybe they don't even acknowledge that they need to work on themselves. And what I mean by work on themselves, and I think what this quote is saying, is like working through the things that you know that are dragging you down, that are hard for you, that are causing hardships, that are causing disruption in your relationships, in your life, that are making your life difficult. This could be anything from therapy to, working on relationships, confronting something, getting help, getting even a counselor. It could be anything. Maybe for some people, it's even getting on some type of medication, anti-anxiety, anti-depression. I mean, I know the last thing anyone wants is to be on medication, but sometimes it can make all the difference in the world for people, even the smallest dose, right? But when you hear this quote, the work we do on ourselves becomes our gift to everyone else. You can immediately think that, like, man, it would be a gift if these people worked on themselves a little bit, right? We think that. But also, let's turn it to ourselves. Like, are there things that we know in our own lives that are maybe causing disruption in our relationships or anything in our life, that if we would work on that, things would be better? If we would actually take the time to work on that, things would be better. Like thinking of someone who smokes and they've had a heart attack and they have been in the hospital and they've caused a lot of stress on their family and money for bills of medical treatment and all that, yet they still smoke. And if they stopped smoking, it would be a gift to everyone else. If they worked on their addiction, it would be a gift to everyone else, because now everyone else could love them in the way that they want. Right? But on us, what could we work on? I think of funny things, like when my husband and I were first married. This went on for a few years. Okay. This is totally funny. This is not as serious, but he would get so mad because I would put the toilet paper roll going the wrong way. Like where it rolled from under instead of over. And some of you are like, oh my gosh, that's annoying. You would annoy me too, right? And I didn't even notice. Like, I'm a fast moving person. And so I just put the toilet paper roll on. I didn't even think about it. And he's a perfectionist. So he's, of course, going to put the toilet paper roll on perfectly. And I don't care about those things. Like, those things don't bother me, but it bothered him. And it went on. And I was like, you know what? I need to work on myself. And I need to concentrate when I'm putting the toilet paper roll on to do it the right way so it rolls over, right? Okay, so that's a silly example. But there's bigger things we could all go into, things that we could work on within ourselves that would be a gift to other people, to our kids. Oh my gosh. Like if you have a bad marriage, working on your marriage, working through that is a gift to your children if you have them, or your other family members, or to your friends, because it's uncomfortable, because they can tell that y'all aren't happy or you're not communicating. Think about it today. Like, stop yourself in the tracks. Can you believe I'm talking about this? This is a business podcast, but I literally could not help it to think about within ourselves what we could work on that would be a gift, instead of our ego and our pride that we don't want to work on something. And don't want to go into detail on it because there's a lot of painful things that people need to work on. And there's a lot of trivial things like the toilet paper roll, stuff like that. But I think it's important to think about, like, reflect for a moment. What could you work on that would literally be a gift? Like, right now, there's something that you do that's bothering people, hurting people, causing more of a relationship, something you're doing. You're not happy at your job and you're complaining about it every day and you're not working on yourself. Or to bridge this into business, since this is a business podcast, you talking about wanting to start a business or whatever it has to do with this business, and you're just talking about it and you're not doing anything. What work could you do on yourself to move this business forward so you could build this dream of yours? Okay. I'm not even saying that starting a business is for everyone. I'm just saying for those of you that feel called to do this, there is a way to work on it. There is a way. It may not be able to be your dream way right now, but there is a way if you really want to do it. What could you work on with yourself that would actually be a gift to other people? And here's the thing. For those of you that are providing something that would really be a gift to people, maybe it is a service like what I do, or a life coach, career coach, something like that, or even a product that could be a gift that saves people time, saves people money. By you not working on yourself to get this business going and get to your best self, you're not giving that gift to people. And when you do work on yourself, and when you do make this happen, and when you do get the help that you need, when you put it all together, when you make the time to do this, when you do it right, it is going to be a gift for other people. Did you ever think about that? Starting your business and having a business by you working on yourself first is a gift to other people. It's a gift that you're giving them by working on yourself because you have something that could help them and you've now given them a gift. Yes, they've paid money for it, but they don't care because they wanted what you offered. Have you thought about this? That working on yourself right now in your business, in whatever capacity, whether it is your confidence, whether it is working on how to get clear, how to be live, how to get in front of people, how to talk about yourself, how to talk about your product, how to talk about your business. Work on yourself to become a writer so you can send emails. Work on yourself so you can be better at your craft, to get skilled. By you doing this, you're actually giving a gift to the people that you are meant to serve. I mean, are light bulbs going off in your head right now? Like, I'm even getting chills just reading this. Am I the only one? I hope I'm not the only one, or this podcast episode will be a bust. It will be a total bust. But I just don't. I have a feeling that y'all are taking this to heart. I really hope you are. Play this back. If you're in a noisy room or something right now, play it back later when you can concentrate on this. Because I think it is what will get you in the mindset of, I have a gift. I've already known that. Not in an egotistical way, but you have a gift. I know that I can help people in some form or fashion, save them money, time, make their lives better, make them happier, make them feel better, make the relationship better, whatever it is, make them feel better in their home, whatever. And if I just work on myself, I can give this gift to them. And I think that's what a lot of you don't realize, is that starting and building a business is a journey of you becoming the person you're capable of becoming, because you kind of know you're not there yet, right? It's like if you're training for a marathon and you're not fully trained and the marathon's coming up in 2 months and you're not there, and you've got to put boundaries on yourself. You got to create a plan. You got to work on yourself. You got to train. You got to stretch. You got to blah, blah, blah. That's what this is. It is a journey of you committing to something and properly taking the steps to make it happen. And think of the gifts it will be to others, not just your clients, but to your kids. I've talked about this before a while back on the podcast. To your kids, your spouse, your family members, anyone who will see that we can do hard things, that we can accomplish things that we never imagined, that we can live our dream, that we can make things work, that we can become a better version of ourselves, that we can become more skilled. Okay? Talked about this last week on the podcast episode, that building a business is a skill building process. And it's the skill of you also getting thick skin. Not everyone will like what you offer. People won't buy that you'll expect to buy. I had a friend that's a realtor, and she said it's so disheartening that like some friends will go with another realtor and she doesn't understand why. And there's probably many reasons why, who knows? But you have to have thick skin. People are going to return stuff. People aren't going to get results, whatever. You also have to be ready to be in front of people, to talk about your business in a humble way, in a way that is serving them, not serving you. The work we do on ourselves becomes our gift to everyone else. Please don't ever forget this quote. I think this is awesome. I may have to get it printed on a sticker or something. I hope I can steal this quote. Maybe I'll just rearrange the quote. No, I'm just kidding. I got to figure a way because I got to give this person credit. Raising your frequency. I don't know who they are, but it's amazing. So that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we work on ourselves so we can not only give the gifts of our service, but use our God-given gifts for the better of the world. Because that's what you're doing. You're bettering lives. You're bettering those around you who see you. You're doing so much, and it's so wonderful to watch. You've been given these gifts. Now go for it. Do it. Work on yourself. Okay, that's it. For all of you here that don't know, I have a program called Grow Getters. It's going to help you grow your audience and build your new business. Maybe you're just about to open, or you just opened, or you've been open and your business just isn't growing like you should. Well, then you probably don't have your ideal audience in front of you. And that's what I help you do in Grow Getters. Learn how to market yourself so that you can grow this business, right? And I only open the doors ever so often. And so check it right now, because I believe when this podcast opens, I'll be opening the doors for just a very short amount of time. And I'd love to have you in the next group. Super excited about it. It's a great program. If you put your mind to it, if you want to work on yourself, this is the program for you. Okay, that's it. Make sure you click the link below to register your interest and you'll get notified. Have a great day. Bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.